Hello, my name's Peter, and today I thought I'd just do an update on some of my peach trees. So as you can see, this peach tree here is my Dwarf Patio Peach. I don't know the exact cultivar. It was just labelled Dwarf Patio Peach. As you can see, it has started to develop quite a few flower buds. Now, there's also some citrus behind that are flowering, so I don't want to just try and get them out of the way a little bit. But yeah, you can see the flower buds on here. They're a nice deep pink or reddish colour. The interesting thing with this peach I'm noticing, this seems to happen every year, it also pushes out new growth at the same time as flowers, whereas some peach trees I've seen only flower first and then push out the leaves later. So I'm not sure exactly why that happens. There must be maybe a difference between different varieties. But yeah, this peach tree here has been pretty badly affected by peach leaf curl in previous years. Last year I think I managed to keep it leaf curl free, or mostly leaf curl free, and that's because I kept it covered over winter and into spring to try and keep the rain and moisture off it, which seemed to work quite well. And this year I've done the same, except I've kept it in a greenhouse, a temporary greenhouse. I've just kept it in this greenhouse just to keep any moisture off the plant. But yeah, now we're in the middle of March and it's starting to push out its flowers, and ideally I want these to be outside so that they can be pollinated with if there's any insects or anything. But of course, if I do that, I'm exposing it to rain, which could cause peach leaf curl to be a problem on these new emerging buds. So last year what I did is I put a sheet of plastic over the plant, and I put this against my brick wall where I grow my bananas. So I had a sheet of plastic over the front and had it open at the side so that airflow could get in and insects could get in. But to be honest, I don't think that really worked too well. It ended up getting quite wet under there anyway, and also none of the flowers actually set any fruit. I did try and hand pollinate it a bit myself, but yeah, I'm not too sure what to do this year. I do need to try and make a bit of space in this greenhouse because I have another citrus tree which needs to come in here. So I'm probably going to have to remove one of these peach trees, so I might as well do an update on this one as well. So this is my Avalon Pride peach tree, which is a bare root plant that I potted up probably about a month or two ago. I'll put on the screen when I got it exactly, but yeah, you can see there's quite a lot of flower buds just starting to open on this tree as well. The leaves seem to be a little bit further behind on this tree, but they are starting to push out as well. Of course, we're not past our chance of frost. We can still get frost well into April here. I think our last frost date is middle to end of April in my region, although it does tend to be quite uncommon to get a very cold frost in March and April, but it does happen from time to time. We do get we do tend to get light frosts, but hard frost should be fairly uncommon. But yeah, I do want to keep these flower buds protected from any potential frost, ideally. There is another thing I wanted to point out and mention, just in case anyone has any experience with this, but I noticed a lot of these branches were getting mould on them. Like this one, you can see don't know if it shows up on camera very well, but yeah, the stem has got a lot of mould. I presume it might be sooty mould, but I'm not 100% sure. And some of the flower buds and leaf buds look like they're shrivelling up a little bit. I'm assuming it's due to the moisture in this greenhouse. It's quite humid. But yeah, some of the branches have got quite a bit of it on. You can see this one here, although it doesn't look too bad at the tip, lower down you can see it does go quite dark. There's a lot of mould on it. I'm just a bit worried that it might kill these branches. Also, I noticed the sap oozing out of this tree. I'm not sure if that's an issue that I need to be worried about as well, or if it's just as the plant's starting to wake up and it's starting to move water and nutrients up the stem. But yeah, I thought I'd just update everyone on the development of the flower buds. And yeah, as I said, I'm going to have to try and squeeze another citrus in here, so I need to try and make a bit of space. But yeah, hopefully I can keep these peach trees protected from leaf curl. Spraying them isn't an option, as I think the sprays that they use in the US, for example, to protect them from leaf curl are actually banned in the UK. But yeah, I'll see what I can do with these, and also do some further updates later in spring once the flowers open up more and if any fruits set or anything like that. I may have mentioned previously, but this patio peach has only fruited once. The first year I got it, already had fruits on it when I received it. And since then, none of the flowers set fruit. Last year I think one set initially, and then it dropped off a bit later. I wasn't too bothered because this tree did need a bit of time to recover from the leaf curl issues it had. So yeah, I didn't really mind if it didn't get any fruit for a couple of years. So it got a bit more established. I'll probably also need to repot this as well. Did repot it last year, but it was only a couple of centimetres wider than the pot it was already in. I didn't have any larger pots at the time, so I probably do need to get this into a larger container. But since it's now growing, it's probably going to disturb it if I do it now. But yeah, I might have to consider doing that as well over spring. But yeah, I thought I'd just do a update on these. I do have 2 other peach trees in my shed, so they're just in the shed as I didn't have space in the greenhouse for them. But yeah, I'll just quickly show them as well to see what the development is like on them. It's a bit dark in the shed. It's also quite cloudy as well, so it might not be that easy to see. But yeah, you can see I've got 2 more peach trees in here. So this one here is the Redhaven. See, the buds they're showing up, starting to swell, but they've not opened up yet. This was also a bare root plant that I potted. Actually, I did a video of when I potted this up, so I'll link that video. But yeah, that was not too long ago, so I'm not surprised it hasn't pushed out any buds yet. And over here we have the Crimson Bonfire peach, which is a dwarf peach, grown for its ornamental value. Interestingly enough, the also seems to be pushing out new leaves rather than flowers, but also the leaves are green, which I'm not sure if they start out green and then go purple, but they are supposed to be a purple colour, so we'll see what happens with that, whether it if they change colour as it develops, or whether maybe I've got the wrong variety. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. And yeah, that's also been potted not too long ago, so that's why I'm guessing these will be set back probably a month or so as they start to get established in these containers. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'll keep everyone updated with the progress of these peach trees over spring and summer. Just do some further updates to show how they're developing. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.